I've gone to a lot of ceremonies.
Senate will please come to order. I left my glasses downstairs, so if I call you by the wrong county, please forgive me. We will have a moment of silence in lieu of devotionals. Thank you. Are there any announcements? Senator from Caledonia.
Thank you, Mr. President. Be an appropriate time to make a motion.
It is.
I move that Senate Rule 31 be suspended and that S309, an act relating to miscellaneous changes to laws related to Department of Motor Vehicles and vessels, not be referred to the Committee on Appropriations for explanation. The changes in the bill actually have no impact on revenues. It's simply bringing the language into conformity of current practice around refunds on registration. Thank you, Mr. President.
Now, the senator from Caledonia has moved that the Senate, that Bill 309 appearing on the calendar for notice, that would normally be subject to Rule 31 and be referred to the Committee on Appropriations, that the Senate suspend its rules and not refer S309, an act relating to miscellaneous changes to laws related to the Department of Motor Vehicles, and vessels, not be referred to the Committee on Appropriations. Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed indicate by saying nay. The ayes have it, and you've suspended your rules in order to leave S309 on the notice calendar for action tomorrow. We have are there any other announcements? Senator from Addison.
Thank you, Mr. President. I also have a motion. I move that the Committee on Government Operations be relieved of S55 of an act relating to equity and public access at the Public Utility Commission, and that the bill be referred to the Committee on Natural Resources.
Now, the senator from Addison has moved that S255.
Yes, you're right. Thank you.
An act relating to equity and public access at the Public Utility Commission, that the Committee on Government Operations be relieved of the bill and that the bill be referred to the Committee on Natural Resources and Energy. Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed indicate by saying nay. The ayes have it, and you're relieved. The Committee on Government Operations of S255 referred it to the Committee on Natural Resources and Energy. I have an announcement to make on behalf of the Committee on Committees. There are two senator appointments that have been made. One is Senator Harrison to the Vermont Economic Progress Council, and the other is Senator Weeks to the Joint Information Technology Oversight Committee. Are there any other announcements? Seeing none, Senator from Chittenden Central, do you have a motion to make?
Thank you, Mr. President. Prior to making the motion, I would just explain that I will be moving that we adjourn until 10:15 tomorrow morning. We do have a joint assembly at 10:30, but that will give us 15 minutes for our Lieutenant Governor to give us a very brief refresher course in the rules of decorum when we're in a joint session. Several members have asked for that, and we will oblige at 10:15 tomorrow. So with that said, pending announcements, I would move that the Senate stand in adjournment until 10:15 a.m. Thursday, February 15th.
Now, are there any announcements? Senator from Addison.
Senate Natural Resources and Energy will meet tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
Senator from Essex.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate institutions will meet 15 minutes after the call of the gap.
Senator from Addison.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate Government Operations will meet at 1:30.
Senator from Washington.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate Finance will meet at 1:30.
Senator from Bennington.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate Education will meet at 1:30.
Senator from Windsor.
Good afternoon, Mr. President. Thank you. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. It is wonderful to see how each of you are observing it. some not all obvious and some wonderfully obvious. Tonight, we're celebrating Valentine's Day. Well, there's lots that's happening, but Farmers Night at 7:30 is the Vermont Symphony Orchestra and the Vermont Symphony Chorus, which we don't often get. So it should be wonderful. There's going to be some glorious music, some Mozart, Bach, Haydn, and we always premiere a Vermont high school student's original work. And this year, we are premiering one of our Montpelier High School students' work, Callum Robachek's work. And I hear it's really beautiful. There's a lovely piece in the new Montpelier Weekly, well, not so new, on him. And I urge you all to take a read of it. The River, I think it's called The River, right? Right?
The
Yeah.
bridge.
Anyway, there's a lovely piece about him in there, and I encourage you to read it. But mostly, I encourage you to take a break and come and join us for what will be a spectacular performance. Thank you.
Are there any further announcements? Seeing none, the Senator from Chittenden Central has moved that the Senate now stand in adjournment until Thursday, February 15th at 10:15 a.m. Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed indicate by saying nay. The ayes have it, and the Senate will stand adjournment until Thursday, February 15th at 10:15 a.m.